going to be talking about the benefits of winter tyres. So, I'm Adam, and this is...
I'm James.
Good. So, to start off with, what are we normally running? Well, normally, most cars, when they come out of the factory, will have a tyre like this. Yeah. This is fitted from the factory, and it's designed to run in all seasons. It's a jack of all trades. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, looking at this, is these big, flat blocks. Okay? Now, there's channels here for removing water from the road surface, and that's normal. You'll find that on all tyres. But the key thing here is, in wintry conditions, when the road is normally got some water on it, and it's cold, these blocks of rubber remain cold, hard and not very pliable. And this is because of the low rubber and silica content in the tyre. So the result is they lose their effectiveness when cold. Now, by comparison, if we take a look at a winter tyre, straight away you can see a big difference. Look at how many cuts there are in the tyre. This is called siping, or sipping, depending on your accent.
You're American.
American. Now, what this allows the tyre to do is effectively deform over the road. It's a softer rubber, and by having these cuts in the rubber, the tread can shift around to adhere to the road surface. By comparison, the other tyre, with the blocks, has a lower rubber and silica content. This means in cold temperatures it won't become very pliable. The tyre remains hard and rigid. So, for example, think of a hockey puck on the road compared to the sole of a good winter boot. And just to make that a bit clearer, let's just put them side by side quickly. Hold that for me. Let's put this one here. So, these tyres, clearly you can see the difference. You can see the rubber is really hard. Okay, this is not going to deform very well or very quickly in cold conditions. The rubber stays very hard, and you can see there's limited channels for the water to run, and as a result this is when we get aquaplaning. By comparison, this tyre is absolutely full of cuts and grooves, and it's designed to help channel water and slush and snow away. The compound is much softer. I can deform the tyre with this screwdriver, and because it's a softer compound, it'll heat up quicker, which means that it'll adhere to the road surface correctly. So what does this mean in a real world application? It's all very well explaining this on the workbench, but what actually happens when you need to use the vehicle in real life? So what we'll do, let's have a pen that works. Here's our car. Now I can't draw to save my life, so you have to stand my word for this. Oh, here's a car. That's a lorry, actually.
What kind of car is that?
It's a lorry. There you go.
Right.
Alright, it's a lorry. Bit like a car.
He's a bit special.
It's actually facing the wrong way.
Is it mallet?
Can you draw me a car, please?
Oh my god. I didn't exactly go to art school or anything, but...
No, neither did I. What is it?
It's a Nissan Note.
A Nissan Note. Okay,
Yeah.
so Nissan Note would be our example car. That's lovely. Okay, you can stop there.
No! Not finished.
Go for the back windows. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah. I think you're in the wrong career. Great. Put the pen down. Thank you. Here's our Nissan Note. Under normal circumstances, in the summer, it may take X amount of distance to brake. Well, I can't remember the numbers because, let's be honest, nobody's going to remember.
It's many feet.
Many feet. But it will take a distance to brake, and that's including the reaction time. So these are summer tyres, and we put them in a winter condition. So the road is slippy, it's cold, standing water, bit of slush maybe.
What temperature would you say is cold though, that requires winter tyres?
Probably anything below 10 degrees.
Right.
So around October, November, that's when you should be fitting winter tyres, and that's what we're going to be doing today.
When your car beeps and starts flashing at you that it's below 5 degrees, you're screwed.
Yes. Yes, it's game over. You're going to die.
It's end game, get out.
In winter, that braking distance with summer tyres can be as much as twice the same distance. And this is why it's important to have winter tyres when it is cold and there's standing water on the road.
We would like to point out it's becking freezing in here right now. It is cold in here as well.
It is, I mean,
So
literally
I'd want the winter
my
tyre.
hairs are all on end. And James's receding hairline is on end as well.
And can bog off.
So our advice is, you should always, where possible, fit winter tyres. You'll find that in wintry conditions, having those tyres will mean that you can still achieve the same distances as you would in summer on summer tyres. And the best bit is, despite what people think, despite what people say, and I'm going to say it, you can run winter tyres all year round. Now, it's a softer compound, so yes, they will wear a bit quicker, but we're talking about maybe a couple of thousand miles, not significant. Additionally, the performance of the tyres, yes, there is a correct argument that soft winter tyres don't perform as well in the summer as summer tyres. I'm not going to dispute that, but unless you are banging round Donington or Brands Hatch, it's not going to matter. So if you can't afford 2 sets of tyres, buy winter tyres.
So the thing is, some of my friends have said though that they think winter tyres are just generally pointless. They don't see the point in it. They think, well, I've got tyres on anyway. They work in the winter. They don't really get why they should spend money on extra tyres.
Yeah. So you know, I can see the argument behind that. You can argue it's a lot of money to spend for maybe 2 to 3 months use in the year, but this is where the argument of running a winter tyre all year round comes through. To give an example of the differences, I used to work outside and I had a van. I had a Vauxhall Combo. I hated it, but nonetheless I had this van. It had general purpose all-weather tyres on it, a bit like this one here. For most of the year it was absolutely fine, but come winter I had no less than 3 near misses because the vehicle could not stop in time and could not corner properly.
And that's not because it's a Vauxhall Combo.
Nothing to do with the fact it's a Vauxhall. It's a good job it wasn't a Zafira, because it wouldn't have even got down to the end of the road without bursting into flames.
Yeah.
So, for example, coming up to a junction, I gently applied the brakes, the car started to slow down, then the wheels lost grip, and I proceeded to slide over the junction into the middle of a main road. Now, I was just lucky that there wasn't too much traffic coming either way. They could slow down in time and I was able to manoeuvre out of the way. And my advice, again, would have been, if I'd been running winter tyres all year round, I wouldn't have to worry about changing them out and the extra cost, because they'd be there ready to go. Let's put this quite simply. Why do you think there's more accidents in winter?
Well, apart from there being dicks on the road, but
There's a lot of silly people on the road, yes, but
that happens all year round.
Oh god, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Audi drivers,
Prius drivers,
BMW drivers.
not so much.
Not so much these days.
Peugeot, Toyota, yeah. The ear hair crowd. Anyway.
Anyway, I digress.
Yes.
Who's that?
Bob Geldof.
Bob Geldof. Okay.
Who's your red pen?
I don't like Bob Geldof.
Okay. This is a Zafira.
This is Zafira. Yeah.
Boom!
Lanes. Burn. Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you for watching this Auto Animals video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos. We've got a couple of the videos. There's one down here we think you'll like, which is quite amusing.
That's my crotch.
Well, there's one in Adam's crotch you can watch. That's really amusing. And there's one just down here as well, which is pretty good. I remember making that one. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But we mentioned earlier in this video about changing one of the tyres. Well, you can watch that in I think it's in one of these.
This one.
Is it this one?
Is this one?
Is it? It's in your crotch.
In my where?
In your crotch.
My crotch.
Yeah, it's in your crotch.
Watch my crotch.
Yeah. Watch his crotch change a tyre.
Yep.
Or we have the description. If you look in the description for this one, there'll be a link to that video as well, because we did promise to show you how to change a wheel. So that's our changing wheel video. So, yeah. See you soon.
Thank you very much.